and welcome to Miracle, English Language and Literature Institute. I'm Prof.Abha Sharma and I'm making these videos on the demand of the candidates who are aspiring to crack NET or JRF exam. I've already made one video where I told you the overall strategy to approach this exam. I told you not to panic, read thoroughly the bachelor's and the master's syllabus with a positive attitude, erasing all the fear of failures, giving yourself enough time to grasp the basic knowledge of literature. And in this, we will be talking about the technical tips when you prepare yourself to study for NET exam. The first thing which you have to do is study the syllabus of NET JRF exam thoroughly. That means just read the syllabus and the topics and make your own syllabus according to it. Because you just cannot take up the syllabus given by UGC because that is very vague. So you have to make your own. Now, how would you do it? I'll tell you. I'll give you the strategies and the tips here. Make at least 7 to 10 registers, good quality registers. Okay. Now, assign each register a different topic. Okay. Divide your syllabus into different sections, like History of English Literature, authors and their work, literary terms, criticism, literary theories, and then non-British literature like American, African, Caribbean, Canadian, Australian, and above all, Indian. And then prosody and rhetorics. When you have divided your syllabus into broad categories, each day pick up 3 categories. Just work on 3 categories, an hour daily. You understand? An hour for history, an hour for authors, an hour for literary terms. Just take up these 3 in the beginning. Now, how will you approach history of English literature? Divide the history again into broader categories like Old English, Middle English, Elizabethan English, Commonwealth, Neoclassics, Pre-Romantics, Romantics, Victorians, Moderns, Postmoderns, and Contemporary. You can watch my previous videos on the history. While doing the history of English literature, also read the royal history. That means take notes of the kings and the queens present during that period so that you can easily connect the chronology. Make the broader categories first and then divide them into subcategories like Elizabethan period as a whole. It is divided into 3, that is Queen Elizabeth's period, James I and then Charles I. James I is called as Jacobean and Charles I as Caroline period. Same way, the broader category is Neoclassical period. But then again it is divided into 3, Restoration, Augustan and Age of Sensibility. Why Restoration? Because the monarchs, they restored the kingdom of Britain. Augustan, because the poets of that era resembled the Augustan period of Rome, that is the classical period of Rome. And Age of Sensibility is reflected by Dr. Johnson and his work on dictionary. This way you have to subcategorize. Then take up each category one by one. Do not hurry. The very first day, study the topic Old English. Jot down all the important points in the form of facts in your register of History of English Literature. Now, when you are running a train, it will stop at every station. So these stations are authors. So when you are doing Middle English, the main station or the junction is Geoffrey Chaucer. So take that author and start writing the facts in your another register called authors. When you are doing Chaucer, do not say study or revise the ones which you have already done in your bachelor's or master's. Otherwise, you will not be able to finish the syllabus. So do the syllabus which you have never done before, like Canterbury Tales. In the coming videos, I will be telling you which Canterbury Tales are more important and what kind of questions they are asked in your exam. In your third register, make a list of literary terms, and then you can decide whether to take 5 or 10 each day according to your own capacity. So every day work on history, work on authors, and work on literary terms. Now, when you have come up to the moderns in history, then you have to stop here. And meanwhile, you are covering the authors up to Victorian era. Stop here. Again, do maximum literary terms according to M.H. Abrahams or any other. You can consult any book, any notes. That is not of any relevance here. Okay, so when you have done till Victorian, all the 2 topics, that is the history and the authors, you can now take up criticism. Again, you can look for videos from Miracle on each topic. Now, when you begin criticism, you have to start from the ancient Greeks and Rome, like from Plato to Aristotle to Quintilian, Horace, Longinus, and then from the Elizabethan critics, you can take up Sidney, you can take up the others like the new classics. Dryden is called the father of English criticism. And after finishing up with Dryden, Pope, Edison, you can take up the romantic critics like Wordsworth, Coleridge, Shelley, and Keats. Keats you can skip here and take him while doing literary theories because his negative capability is more important and philosophical like those of literary theory. After that, take up the Victorian ones like Matthew Arnold, Walter Pater. And then the moderns, Eliot, I. Richards and F.R. Lewis. Stop there. Okay? So you have come up to the moderns. Then again begin the history and do all the moderns and postmodern historical facts and the authors because they are more tough, they're more complex, and they're more in number. All the books, they exhaust while explaining you up to the Victorian era. They deal very little in modern era. So people keep doing, they keep struggling up to Victorian and waste away their time too much. You don't have to give much time up to Victorian era because the questions asked in the exam are more on moderns, postmoderns, and the contemporary authors. So now the second part of your technical strategy is take up the modern and postmodern authors, history, read their works. If you have not read the original text of, you cannot read all the books. So you can take up the summaries, discuss with friends. You can assign your friends, like suppose if you are doing some combined study, 4 of you are studying together. So you can take a book each and then you can discuss, jot down the important characters, important critical points of the novel, of the poem, of drama. You understand what I'm trying to say? You have to cover up such a large syllabus. So you need the assistance of your mentor or your friends. Do not expect everything from the institute or from your mentor because it's too much. He or she can only guide you, can provide you with good material, can teach you in the classes. But most of the study has to be done by you because you are the candidate, you are going to appear in the exam. So finish up with the history up to the postmoderns, that is complete history till date. Do all the literary terms, finish up with the authors and the criticism up to moderns. In my next video, I would be telling you about the rest of the sections of our syllabus, that is literary theory and non-British literature, prosody, rhetorics, and some minor things. Do watch for miracle videos also. We have posted 70 plus videos and we have tried to give you the synopsis of the books. We have given you top 5 authors in each category. We have discussed literary theory in detail. If you like my effort, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Also click the bell button so that you get all the notifications of our uploads. So till I post my next video on the tips, step 3, keep in touch, take care, bye-bye. Thank you so much.